So
how was your date?
I had a lovely time. I had a really good time with, I don't want to say his name, with him. It was really nice. We went to, had dinner. The dinner was very great. We laughed, we tripped out. A lot of waiters and the manager came out and spoke to us. And I had fish. That fish was so good. And then we went across the street, went to the wine bar where we listened to some music. They had some music at the place too. And from there we went to the Oasis. So we just laughed. What was a little disturbing for me is the age difference. It's
How old are you?
I told y'all. 29.
Wow.
29. And they don't, and y'all don't need to know my age. Just know it's a lot.
29.
Yes. And then you was asking me if I took pictures with
When
this man.
when is his birthday? Is he gonna be 32?
Wow. No.
He just had a birthday?
29.
Yeah.
I have nieces and nephews who are 29 years old. Hey y'all!
Me too. I have a niece that's 29.
Wow.
And he was like, I don't matter how old you are. It doesn't make a difference to me, whatever. And I was waiting to see his body change. I was waiting to see if his mannerisms changed or anything like that. But it didn't.
But depending on the guy, they don't really care about all that.
It's a ladies'
If you're having fun, you're having a good time. Because most guys are used to women, like, especially first date. Just salad, I don't eat. I just eat salad. So if he see that you having a good
Wait
time,
this time with me. I'm eating it all.
if he see you having a good time, you guys are laughing. Yeah, I don't think he's worried about age.
But I was curious is when you said to me, did we take any pictures?
Yeah, because when people are having a good time and you're going with the flow,
Yeah.
On the first date?
let's take a picture.
Yeah.
On the first date.
And you don't even have to be like
if it's a nice first date,
it don't
I
have to
don't
be
see
a
anything wrong
formal
with
thing.
the
It could
picture.
be just like, okay, let's take a selfie.
Yeah.
Let's take a selfie.
I guess
so you can document, because you hear those stories where years down the line, this was our first date, and they happen to have taken a picture.
Picture, yeah.
Oh, I didn't think about that. I didn't think
Yeah.
about that. But that don't cross my head
But
that.
It has to come to me like
It comes
natural.
naturally, though.
And I think also it may have been that it wasn't. I think that if I'm going on a first date with a guy, and that first date makes me feel like, oh damn, this the one.
Right.
I think I may do that. But if I go on the first date, we having a great time, whatever,
Okay.
and I don't feel
That
anything
makes sense.
spectacular that's happening, then my mind is not gonna go to that. Because although I think we was with each other maybe 3.5 hours, I was ready to go home.
That's a good first
Oh, he
date.
was ready to go home.
I was ready to go home.
3.5 hours? That's a good first date.
Well, I
How
had
you
a date.
figure? We had dinner. After the dinner, we went to wine. So that's about 3.5 days. I'm saying, knowing me, I could go on a first date, and if we 4, 5, 6, 7 hours, and I'm not ready to go home, he's the one. He's the one. But if I'm just sitting there, kind of going through the motion, it ain't that.
Well, I had a date. It was from maybe 3:15, 3:30, and we didn't leave each other until like 8.
Yeah, that's
So
a
it
good
was
vibe,
a great first date. We had fun. We didn't take a picture though.
See?
But I wanted to take a picture, but I didn't
Why
push
not?
it because
Why?
I'm always in my head.
know
Y'all know
that.
I overthink
We know that,
everything. I
We know
overthink
that.
everything, so I'm like, okay, I don't want him to think that. We just didn't do it.
Well,
I didn't ask.
I would always say I appreciate about you is that even if, like, she used to tell me, if a guy asks me out, I'm not feeling him, she was like, man, just go, just have a good time, just make sure you're having a good time.
Right.
Go have a
I've
good
learned
time
that recently.
and just see what happens. And
those are the best dates.
yeah. Because you're not thinking about, oh, is he the one? Is he not the one? You're just having
fun.
A genuine good time. And that person can actually end up being like a good friend.
Yeah, it could be a good friend. 'Cause, well, I'm telling you, he laid it out nice. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, he laid it
out nice. For a young guy, he did pretty good.
He did a very and the conversation was good. You know how sometimes when you get around some guy you dating, you almost feel like, okay, what you talking about? What should I say?
Yeah.
Or is that dead space that's in between? It's like I'll say something, he'll talk, when we'll go eating, and then he'll say something. And he had a lot of banter because you know me, I like to crack. And he was cracking right back. And then one time when he put his hands on my thigh, I said, this little young boy is really trying to do it, ain't he? And then the best part, when we get ready to leave, you know, walked me to the car, whatever, he walked to the car. We gave a hug. Why the man whole hand was on my bunkie? The whole, I say, so
her bunkie.
On her bunkie. So I said, you just gonna place your hand right there? He said, well, I wasn't even thinking. Boy, you knew you was thinking that. You knew you was thinking
so
that.
Have you heard from him?
Good line.
Yes, he's called me and texted. We've talked and we've texted. Yeah, but like I said, he's. I'll go out with him again.
Okay.
I'll go out with him again, but it's just.
But did you tell him, how you was like you weren't really feeling him?
No, I didn't tell him that. But I did tell him though. Y'all probably don't look at me wrong. What I did tell the man was, because he's a nice looking man, he has, you know, nice looking eyes, whatever it can be. I said, I'm gonna tell you something, I don't want you to be offended. I don't want you to be offended. But how can you have a nice looking face, but your teeth are so raggedy? But I didn't say raggedy. I said your teeth,
what?
Your teeth bad.
Why you say that?
You said that to him?
Yes.
Because
I'm thinking,
what is teeth like?
It can't be as bad as Married at First Sight.
Who?
We'll get back to that one.
Who? The reason I said that is because he's a nice looking dude. He has a nice height. He has a lot of nice mannerisms. You can tell he knows how to take a woman out. And I've always felt like if you see somebody,
that's not good.
No, if you see somebody,
I
right?
just had a deja vu. I just had a deja vu. Okay.
I feel like,
is that a turn off? Would you not date?
Yes.
That's flexible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I'm going to say it, let me go ahead and say this.
You said that to him?
Well, what you want? You can't answer me. Yes, I said that.
And it didn't mess up his mood?
No. It didn't mess up his mood. And then, okay, so let me ask you this question. Okay, so if I'm looking at you, right, when people are looking at each other, right, you can tell when somebody's eyes shift, where your eyes go.
Yeah.
Just like his eyes kept shifting on my breast the whole daggone time. Okay, fine. But my eyes kept shifting from here to here. Here.
Did he say something?
Like that?
Did he say something?
He didn't say anything. So I was trying not to. So after I said what I said to him, he said yes because he has to, you know, when he was getting insurance for it, all of COVID last year kind of messed him up. So it messed up his insurance to get this procedures done. But he wants to get it done. And I told him, I said, I think you should find a way to get it done. I said, because what happened, it takes away from who you are as a person and the beauty of you. I said, because it's like I was looking at you, but I was distracted. And I tell you no lie, the moment I said it to him, and then the moment he spoke to me, and the moment I was able to get it out, I didn't think about it no more. I didn't think about it anymore.
Well, you didn't think about it, but that doesn't mean that he didn't think about it.
I agree with what you said, but hold on, and I'm gonna tell you how I know he didn't think about it anymore. Because when we first started sitting down, talking, and you know, speaking with each other, he kept doing this the whole time. Like he'll be sitting there and he'll laugh, he'll do this the whole time. So I'm like, is that his mannerism? What's going on? And y'all know I'm observant. Y'all know I'm observant. So we kept doing it. I'm like, okay, what's this? And then I started seeing, okay, these teeth have some issues. They have some issues. However, once he was able to say what he needed to say, he got it out, I got it out. He ain't do that anymore. Because he was like, okay, it's out here now.
That's true.
It's out here now. I know it sounds harsh, people. I'm sorry.
But if it was someone that you was really into and you really liked, would you have done the same thing?
Yes, probably not the first date.
Okay.
Probably not the first date. Probably the second or third date. Because
Okay, have you guys ever gone out with someone? They're nice, you're feeling him, but his breath is a little off.
I remember you told me about stinky mouth. You told me about stinky mouth.
Well, I've been out with
never
several guys,
experienced
but you never been out with a guy and his breath? No.
No.
It's like I never say anything, but it's like, is this the first time that is?
So which one
Like
you
no one's ever,
stank breath or messed up teeth?
I'll take messed up teeth. I can't take no stink
I
breath.
take messed up teeth before I take a bad
Stink
breath.
But
But
it's
then
like,
again,
everything is fixable.
if you go out with him, as you were out with him, and you see some friends from afar, they can't smell his breath, but they gonna see his teeth. You're gonna be like,
But eventually, y'all gonna get close up.
Yeah.
Unless it's still COVID.
I don't know now, because they might not get close up. They might see you from afar.
No, I'm talking about like being intimate with somebody with stank breath.
Oh.
I
ain't
won't
doing
be able to kiss you. I won't be able to
Mm.
kiss you. I'll be like,
That's what I'm trying to say. I can't do stink breath. I'm telling you,
I can't.
your breath is sunty. No, I can't.
Because every 5 minutes I want to hold my breath.
Cause I've hung out like with some guys who mouth is straight, hellaciously
Garbage.
horrible. And when they try to talk to me, it's like I find myself backing up, backing
I don't want
up.
to talk to you no more.
I'm backing up.
I don't want to talk to you no more.
I'm backing up. And you know what men want to do? Men eventually want to keep coming closer, and then they trying to get a kiss. You not, no.
You think you
Raggedy
hard to
teeth,
get.
bad breath. I can't do it. And dirty fingernails.
Oh no! I mean, there's some guys who are mechanics, so I understand.
I know a lot of
them
guys.
being mechanics, but
you know you going
if
on
you're
a
not
date.
a mechanic,
But
it's
you
a
know you're
different
going on a
story.
date. Wash your.
I'm not talking about mechanics who have the fingers that almost just look dark. I'm not talking about.
Well, I've been blessed with men who their hands have been
and if you want on a date,
well manicured.
all mechanics know they have whatever little thing they use to scrub their fingernails and all this. Cause I see y'all about to make me get real nasty on here. Y'all know what I like what they do with their fingers, and you ain't gonna be able to do that.
If
Oh.
your fingers look crazy.
You're
If
not.
their breath and their fingers are nasty,
Oh no.
that's like a double whammy. No,
No, we're not doing
No,
that.
no damn doctor. They gonna be like, what happened? Stank breath,
breath and
stank breath,
fingers.
dirty fingers.
Nah.
Ma'am, this is your third time here with this yeast infection.
With these dirty fingers, the mechanic.
The mechanic.
Don't be trying to do
No.
no lube jobs around here.
No,
No.
sir.
No. Get your teeth fixed. Go to the dentist. Make sure you get the halitosis fixed. Do all that.
Yeah.
And the sad part is they say that people with stank breath don't know that your breath is stank. I'm
No, most of
used
the
to
time,
it.
no, you
you're
don't know.
used to it.
Yeah.
And I guess it's going out, but bruh.
How do you not know that your
Well, there could be some reasons, stomach issues,
Well, I've heard that. Yeah,
gastric issues, or sometimes when you're fasting.
Oh,
Because I know somebody who fasted for a certain time of the year.
And that's
but if
fine.
you're fasting, I mean, you're not eating. So what was the issue?
I guess it was gas coming out.
Maybe.
That's
It
sulfur.
was bad.
That sulfur is just
But yeah, certain type of issues that people have and they just don't know. And so even
Cause my
if
ex,
you
he
are
had bad
married,
breath.
like we know people who are married
some people have
and
gum
it
issues.
was a constant thing. It's like coworkers.
Okay, no, but okay.
Mm.
Did the person have bad breath?
Coworkers.
Did they have bad breath before they got married? Because how do you get into a
No.
marriage and not? Okay.
No, I don't know. They were married. I mean, I met them married, so it's like you're married. Your wife wakes up to this.
And that's what I was dating a guy, and while I was dating the guy, his breath started to get. I was going blind. I was like, why is his breath going on? Why is his breath going on? I'm like, okay, maybe he's hungry today. And then the next day, I was like, okay, well, maybe he's hungry again. Then the next day, I was like, okay. So after about 2 weeks, I'm noticing that this stayed. It was persistent. So I said, okay, what's going on? Because there's something going on with with your breath, and I don't want you to feel bad, but something wrong with your breath. So he went to the dentist, whatever, and then the dentist told him, "Oh, well, I'm glad your girlfriend was able to tell you this because there's so many people out here won't tell the person there's something wrong with their breath." And of course, he had some, issue with his gum or whatever. But I'm telling you, I can't do stained breath.
No, if you're in a relationship with someone, I feel like there should be a type of conversation with the person.
But when am I supposed to do that? When I see that your teeth is horrible.
If I'm not in a relationship with someone, I have no business telling him his teeth is jacked up. I'm sure he's looked in the mirror. He knows what he sees. That's why he was so conscious.
Right.
So I wouldn't have pointed it out.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. And I'm gonna ask you the same thing. If you are self-conscious about it, when she says something about insurance, this, that, and the other, you're too young to still have this issue with your teeth. Would you try to tell me within the 10 years or 15 years that you've been working, you couldn't save your money to get what you need to do for your teeth?
Dental stuff is expensive.
It's hella expensive. That's why I said 10 or so years. I'm going on the fact that he's 29. So I'm just giving you the fact of 20.
Yeah.
You told me you was working, this, that, and the other. Like, it's unfortunately, all these men that's in their 50s and 60s, y'all have some raggedy teeth.
But then maybe it was never got out to them.
But that generation, the dentist wasn't as pushed in there. There was a lot of financial issues with the parents, this, that, and other. Now there's so many other manners to get dental work. You can get on this type of payment plan. There's so many different things that you can do. So if you around here making sure that you have this nice car, you had to save up money to get this nice car. Get your teeth fixed. Because the teeth was not the greatest. I don't want to sound mean. They just was not the greatest. And you around here talking about, did y'all take pictures?
That's why you didn't take a picture. Because the teeth. So in other words, you didn't take a picture.
No.
Because you was afraid he was going to smile.
No. To be honest with you, it never dawned on me. I can tell you right now, there's nobody who I've been in a relationship, dated, and I took a picture with them on the first date. Not one single person.
Oh, wow.
Because I don't think about it.
I think if it comes up and you're feeling it, then go ahead,
But what's Nina tell you? I'm just now in this.
Yeah,
I say within this year or so, I've really tried to get onto selfies.
Even with selfies, no. Yeah. She would get on me talking about why you ever get selfies. I'd be like,
and now I'm more. And now I'm more selfie. Like, okay, let's selfie. So, but it still does not dawn on me because I have my friends. We all go out. Girl, they have all these different pictures. They post. I'm like, well, damn, I was right there, and I didn't have nothing. I took pictures.
But you know what's so funny? Because the last time we all went out, and I saw the other two constantly, and I realized even for myself, like, I'll take a picture of selfie.
And you're the same way.
No,
too.
but they were like constantly on their phones.
But you know what? That takes away from being present.
Take a picture.
She doesn't do it anymore, but she used to be the same
way.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to be more present.
Right.
I used to be, and that's when I really realized.
That's why you take pictures when you get there. When you get there, so you can experience the whole event without constantly being on the phone.
I'm trying to be more present.
That's what I'm.
I mean, it's a technique to this. It's a technique.
Yeah.
I guess.
But wow. So okay.
But
so overall, the date was.
Yes, overall, I would say, because I'm going to use his, because everything we was talking about, he was like on a scale of 1 to 10, would it be? Because he was like, the food was 7.5. And he was like, but you beautiful. So everything was 1 to 10, 1 to 10. So on the scale from 1 to 10 of the date, I would actually give it an 8.
Wow.
Bravo.
Young
man.
We laughed, we tripped out, everything, but mentally,
you checked out.
Okay,
I checked out, and I didn't check out because of the teeth. I checked out because of the age.
So what makes a great date for you? Oh, we digging down deep?
Yes,
Okay.
honey. A great date for me is when these two things start perking up.
Yeah.
Then these two things start doing something. It's a great date because I'm ready to kiss you.
Okay.
I'm ready to kiss you. Listen, when these things start saying, oh, damn, I want to kiss him. Yes. Because my last one.
I guess that explains why.
And I'm not talking about July
Yeah.
one. I'm talking about the one before that.
Okay.
First date.
Yeah, I know. I experienced that. Not
First
too long
date,
ago.
I was all up in his. And we laugh, we trip out,
Yeah.
and before I know it,
Fine.
hours have gone by.
Yeah.
I think we set out, it was football time. So football is 1 o'clock? 1 o'clock. I didn't go home literally from 1 o'clock from watching the football. I didn't go home till almost 2, 3 o'clock that morning.
Wow.
That morning.
You need to tell me about this one, man.
Yes. I don't want to say
We'll talk about this off camera.
Yes, we at the football. We sat at the football. From the football, we went and did a little bowling. From there, we went to this little restaurant. We sat at this little
It's
restaurant.
when you go to other spots.
Yes.
Yeah.
And from there, we went to this other little Spanish spot. We sitting down talking. Girl, he drinking the beer. I'm looking at him drink the beer. I'm like, I want some beer. And I don't even like beer. I want some beer. And before I knew it, I just grabbed the beer and I just kissed him. And I was like, I want to taste the beer too. Yes, like it just kept going and going.
Okay.
Yeah. So for me, a great date is when I sleep and I wake up and the first thing I think about is that date.
That's a great
Yeah,
date.
that's a great day.
That's a great date. That's what I'm telling you.
That's true.
Okay.
And that was a Saturday night. If I was having fun with this one, I went on Saturday night. You know, when it came on damn near Sunday in the morning.
Yeah.
But I was back home like 9:30.
Okay.
So what was it about? Because did the age turn you off or something?
It did.
Okay, the age. Okay.
Age difference.
What she asked me the other day, because she said there's another guy who's feeling me, right? And he's 33 years old or whatever.
Okay.
So she says, okay, well, what if you was in a relationship together and y'all was gonna get, he wanted to ask you to marry him? I said, first of all, I have to get my mind ready to even say I'm gonna be in this relationship with you
Right.
because of the age. Then I said to myself, okay, if I'm just gonna say to hell with it, I'm gonna date you, whatever case may be, and we feeling each other, we liking each other, and then he says to me, I would love for you to marry me or whatever case may be. I said this to myself. I said, in all honesty, that I would say, okay, I'm gonna give you 30 days. I'm gonna give you 30 days. I said, I want you to just don't call me, don't see me. I'm gonna be still to you. I'm not dating anybody. I'm not seeing anybody. I'm not doing anything. But I want to give you full 30 days. If you say after 30 days, you still want to marry me, I'll marry you. But if you come and you said, you think about it different, I'm going to be hurt, I'm going to be devastated, but I understand it. I understand it. So it's, I don't know.
So has it been 30 days?
30 days? Well, I ain't dating nobody. What are you talking about?
No, when I asked her the question, that was like a little, not a test, but what would you call that? Like a little,
I can't say the
to
word.
see if he really wanted to.
Right.
Okay.
If you're not just being lustful, you're not just being like in the moment, but you just really want to. Because age difference is a big deal.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
I'm realizing
it is and it isn't. It is and it isn't.
Well,
I think
your maturity too.
Right. I think if you are, I say 10, 12. I even give you 12. I will. I'll give you 12 years. When you start being 14, 15, and you 20, 25, I'm like, no, bro. And you get to the point, I'm old enough to be your mama? No,
that's a no.
No.
I need to know how old you are prior to.
I just
to
didn't
even
think the man
determine
was,
if I'm going.
I didn't even think the man was that young. I promise you, I didn't think the man was, I thought he was, I say like 33, 34. Because the way he speaks, his maturity, the way he carries himself, I did not expect that. And when he said that to me, I'm not gonna lie, I'm like,
Wow.
Yeah.
What's a good date for you, Cindy?
A good date? I had a good date like that not too long ago. Where, it was nice. A bunch of laughing, joking, things in common. It was great. And I found myself
Want to kiss him?
Yeah.
Baby.
It was great. I mean, we had a great time. That was it. We had a good time.
what's your great date? What's a great date for
I
you?
think a great date for me would be kind of like the same thing where you're laughing, you're joking, and you're like, I don't want to go home.
Yeah.
Like we're just having so much fun that I just want to keep talking. I just want to keep laughing, you know. And you just feel like you can just talk. You're not there's no judgment or whatever.
You're being your real self.
Yeah, and you could be yourself, and
It's
I just don't want to go. I just don't want to go home. I just want to keep it going. Keep it going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The conversation is the best for me. When a conversation is not
It's
popping,
a wrap. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm ready to go.
It's done.
And it kind of goes like flows. It's natural. You're probably not like constantly talking all the time, but it's not like a awkward silence.
Right.
Like a dead zone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
So
dating life is different nowadays, but that's another
Why
topic.
is it different?
Why is it different?
If that's another
it's
topic.
definitely different though.
It's different for me.
Cause one thing about dating now, it's a lot of texting, phone stuff.
Oh, please don't get me started about this. Don't get you. This is a whole nother subject.
Okay.
This texting gets on my
to go
texting
back to the
nerves.
days where you had to pick up the phone and call the person,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and you want to plan a date without, like my friend, he calls it not too long ago. He goes, even if you meet someone out on the street, you're not dating that person. You're just meeting them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Getting to know
So you're meeting them that first time, and you're dating them after several times of going out with them.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to go back to the old days where you're just free. You know, you're talking. No, it's like
you could still have that same mindset. I think it's a personal, almost, you got to like get your mind.
I think too much.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question. I'm gonna ask you this question because this is where it gets to me. Okay, so I know it's now that you say it's different. It is different. Now I think about it. When you're starting to meet somebody, as you put it, you meet somebody, and you exchange numbers like natural,
right?
and the person, ooh, girl, this dude I met yesterday, I forgot to tell y'all about him, but he has people, so I had to leave that alone. But that baby was gorgeous. Anyway, you meet somebody, you exchange numbers. I grabbed me a moment. That one I would take a picture with him for sure. I was like, gosh, and when y'all start meeting and they start texting, right? And you text back because you don't want to come across as tripping. How do you get this person to stop the texting? Because what I normally do after a few, I'll call to kind of give you an initiative, like, okay, let's stop texting. And then we'll talk, whatever. Then the next day, it goes back to text. He comes back to texting, and I do the same thing. I'll call him to kind of get his mind out of stop texting me so much. How do you get this person to say, I prefer to have a conversation more so than texting?
You just said
That's happened to me before. And I
Just like
told
you
the
said
person, I said, hey, listen, I want to hear your voice.
Right.
Call me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a texting
Oh, I like
person.
that.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah.
write that down.
I'm like, I want to
Let
hear
me
your
write
voice.
that down. I want to hear your
Right.
voice.
And sometimes you have to be clear.
Yeah.
Just
And then once I text them that, I say, hey, call me. I want to hear your voice.
right.
That was it. I'm not responding to no more texts or nothing. Call me. Because if he want to talk to me, he gonna call me. And if he doesn't, that means that's what you're doing. That's not what I want to do. So
See, it's all on communicating. That's what
Yeah.
I'm learning. A person won't know they're not mind readers because they're used to doing a certain thing with everybody else. And knowing that you're different, you would like a phone call.
Right.
And so you just have to say what you want, and they'll probably more than likely they'll adjust to what you want.
Because you, at the same time, you don't want to come across as being that bitchy ass girl too.
It's the way you say everything.
it's the way you say it.
So that's why I said I wrote it down. I want to hear your voice.
Right.
Call me. Listen, I'm not into the whole texting thing. I want to hear your voice. Whatever you got to say. And then, leave it up to him. And I would not be, I'm not going to say that and then call him. No.
Right.
No, I'm going to leave it on you to call me.
Okay.
The ball is in his court.
Interesting.
Ball is in his court.
Interesting.
this dating, it's different.
And with online dating as well, it's like, I've never done online.
I tried it, and the chance of me going back to it is no, because it's just too much. It's too much back and forth, and then it's like almost for a woman, you're in this damned if you do, damned if you don't type situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you see some people that you click on, then the people not digging you, which people don't have their thing. They're not digging you. Then you have these other people who you know damn well, I'm not gonna do anything with you. Now they all want to text you. I mean, they all want to say that they like you. That's one thing. Mm-hmm. Then you have the other aspect. Okay, you do the back and forth online. You do the back and forth online, but they're not asking you out. So now, okay, because I don't want to ask you out because I'm just kind of old school like that. I want you to ask me out. So I'm like, okay, it's going on 2 weeks back and forth conversation, which I understand we have COVID, Corona. I get all of that.
And they're probably talking to different people.
Right, and they're talking to different people. But then on the flip side, if I'm asking you to go out, if I'm doing this, and now it seems like you almost too hungry, you too thirsty.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, it was too much for me. It caused my brain to have to go into overdrive trying to figure out how to get this whole online crap going on when I never did it before. So I was like, okay, I just took myself out of it. It was just too much. It's more like, it feels like the guys are on there more of a hookup.
Right.
Yeah.
Than them being serious about what they're looking for.
Yeah, there are certain sites where
I
heard they're hookup. Like we know Plenty of Fish is plenty of trash.
Plenty of trash.
I heard Tinder is for
Hookups.
hookups. But there are people I actually know who have met online and they're married. So it works for some.
How long ago
like
was
you say,
that?
the needle in the haystacks. How long ago did they meet?
Mm-hmm.
One met. They just celebrated a year of marriage. You know who you are.
Wow. And they met online?
They met online.
Okay.
I would love to talk to her. We need to have her on here the next time to get her.
Well, she's not local anymore, but we probably try to do a Zoom
or something. I would like to get her.
Hopefully you watching this.
Her opinion on how it was. What did she go through? Like, I would like to hear from someone.
Well, actually
I
have friends who had to school me. Well, one particular friend, you know who you are, who schooled me on online dating. She said you have to just keep going because you're gonna meet someone who, who's not serious, and you're gonna meet that person who is serious. Mm-hmm. I can honestly say I met people online who were serious, but it was just no attraction, and it just wasn't connected to them, and they were wanted the same things I wanted, but it just didn't pan out. So there are some good guys that I met, on there.
Okay.
That become friends. So sometimes you can get a best friend out of it, but I'm not looking for best friends.
No new friends.
I have enough.
No new friends.
No new friends. But I just wish it was easier. Boy meets girl, girl meets boy. You like each other. You're in a relationship. Happy ever after.
And there we go. And that's how we end our show.
You got the
bye.